Hello losers, and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be going over a decent build for people who want to learn Deathslinger. And I know that this is a build that people have actually wanted for like a while, from different people, and I feel like it's actually a good chance for me to actually start a new series on this channel where I try out certain builds that may patch up certain weaknesses that Deathslinger has, or certain things that may actually make him easier for people to probably get into, because I can tell that people want to get into this killer, but it's extremely hard for people to get into this killer because of how user unfriendly he is. So yeah, that's basically what I'm going to be trying to show off today. So let's get into the build, starting with the add-ons, and then we'll get into the perks. So the add-ons that we're going to be using are Warden's Keys and Modified Ammo Belt. The reason why we're going to be using these is mainly just because if you want to get good at Deathslinger, you want to have a very fast reload. So staying at a 2-second reload will actually make it easier going forward for people who want to learn him, so you can keep up in chase and be able to be threatening in certain situations where it's actually pretty hard for Deathslinger to be threatening. So that's the reason why we're using double reload today. So going into the perks, we have the Old Reliable Surge. Putting a survivor into the dying state with a basic attack causes all generators within a 32-meter radius of you to explode instantly and begin regressing at the normal regression rate. Survivors repairing the generator will also scream, and generators affected by Surge immediately lose 8% of their progress. So this is mainly just so you can keep up with generators and have that kind of threatening aura around you, so you can actually be able to keep up with the survivors who probably have toolboxes, prove thyself, resilience, so perks that would normally hurt Deathslinger would actually be kind of countered by Surge. Kind of naturally as well, because when you reel people in, your lunge actually counts as a basic attack, and that's the reason why we use Surge. Is because every attack that Deathslinger can do that actually downs a survivor will activate Surge. Then we have batteries included. When within 16 meters of a completed generator, you have 5% haste. The movement speed bonus lingers for 5 seconds after leaving the generator's range. So we're basically using this because Deathslinger is a 110 killer, where being 110 outside of a chase really does hurt you. So being able to kind of catapult ourselves using completed generators would actually help a lot. And probably even in case we'll be able to mind game some people around the corner, because I don't expect Deathslinger to be 115. So batteries included is actually really good if you're going to learn Deathslinger, because you can get around the map easier, and you can actually see where people path easier. And it will probably make you better at pathing where you do actually take off batteries included and replace it with a perk like Pain Res, because you'll be slower and you'll be able to figure out what people would do to a faster killer while you're also 110. So the next perk that we're going to be using is Ancient Tactics. Reveal the aura of all pallets and vaults within 32 meters of yourself, but survivors who drop pallets are revealed to you for 5 seconds. So the reason we're running this is because it actually tells you exactly how survivors are going to move around pallets when they drop them, which is a very invaluable skill as Deathslinger. Deathslinger is one of the best killers in the game when it comes to countering pallets, because he can counter upwards to 97% of the pallets in the game, with some exceptions. That's where the other 3% comes in. With the 3% basically just being god pallets. Not god pallets in the normal case, where some people might actually say that Shack pallet is a god pallet. I'm talking about the god pallets that literally have no possible way of being played around once it's dropped. So Larry's with the corridor, where you have the pallet that cuts the map in half, or the Garden of Glory pallet in on main. Those are pallets that you literally can't play around, so those are pallets that Slinger needs to kick. Every other pallet can actually be played around, and this is where Ancient Tactics can actually teach you invaluable information going forward. And when you do take off this, you'll probably be able to think in your head, this is how the survivor is going to move, and you'll have that invaluable skill of being able to shoot the survivor and reel around that loop, or being able to visualize where the survivor will be and then shoot them and then reel around that loop and be able to catch them off guard, getting invaluable downs. And then we have Surveillance. The reason why we have Surveillance is because of Surge. So surveillance will tell you if someone gets back onto a generator, but it also has the caveat of having an 8-meter increased audible generator range. That can actually mess you up sometimes, but at the same time, Surge helping us out here will help invaluably. Sorry, I literally can't talk. In telling us what generators they'll be on, and especially as a newer Slinger player, it's probably a really good information to have. So, we're going to get into our first game, and I'll see you guys when we load in. Okay, so we have Toba landing, and I did actually realise that during the recording of the intro, it was, let's say that the audio mixing wasn't the best, so I'm probably going to be re-recording that, and I'll probably show like a snippet of it now, just so you guys know how bad I am at audio mixing. And yeah, anyway, we have someone up here. That is actually like surveillance coming in like clutch here. I'm waiting for him to drop. There we go. The reason why we wait for him to drop is just in case he has like a bounce landing or something. Also, this is another thing that I didn't actually think about with Zancho. It tells you where the pallets are, the pallets in the vaults. Surveillance coming in. We know that someone's on this gun because of the increased auditory range on the generator. Granted to us from surveillance. We know that there's a pallet. There's no pallet here because of Zancho. Yeah, this is actually going pretty well. Yeah, this build actually is kind of sick. I did pretty good with this build. Not to you know, not to kiss my own ass too much, but yeah, I did decent. Unlucky, you tried to shoot over the rock there. Didn't quite get it. This guy knows to crouch now. There's a little like diagonal gap here. Unlucky. I don't want to be caught with my pants down too much here, so just shoot lava here. With the claws trying to take a hit here, interestingly. Just shoot her as she goes over the window, even if she has a life, which she does. You can tell by the trainer girl. She doesn't really get any benefit out of it because we shoot her and we allow in. Hopefully she doesn't have DS. If she does, though, that's actually going to benefit us more than her. One person on Death Hook already, which is insanely good for us. So mainly your main goal as Deathslinger is creating as much chaos as possible, while also being able to control that chaos yourself. We want to move here. She is very patient. There we go. She vaults. We can get that. Then surged. And yeah, we can be on our very merry way. Yeah, the collection of information that we're getting from both Surge and Surveillance really does help. Because now we know that no one's on this gen, because this gen didn't actually go yellow. They'll probably be working on this gen in a minute. So we'll see this gen go yellow in a minute. No, we do not. We do see Claude. If we wanted to win this game right now, we could go after Claude, because Claude being dead this early into the game would actually benefit us greatly. Yeah, as 110, don't feel bad for tunneling or anything like that. This one's on that gun, you can tell because it's surveillance. Don't feel bad for tunneling. It's extremely like acceptable, especially as Deathslinger. As a character that really doesn't have a lot going for him. It's okay to tunnel here and there. Just trying to get someone out as early as possible. That's the reason why like perks like DS are extremely damaging to its pressure. is mainly because Deathslinger being able to tunnel really does open up the possibility for him winning the matchups on maps like Toba, or maps where you probably wouldn't really be as strong. Pretty much like any map that isn't part of the Azeroth's or also Haven Working Place realm or Macmillan Estate. It's basically if you're not on either of those, you're pretty much doomed from the start. She's going to go back on herself here. 3, 2, 1. Oh, she doesn't. She's just here. Dadar's coming up. You can tell because of the way that she's looking back at us. Spinning into us. Yeah. Just be as patient as possible with people who have Dadar like that. Does seem like they are giving up, but hopefully they're not. We're going to leave David on the ground and see if he gets picked up and see if he actually wants to continue playing the game. If he does not, then we'll probably re-record another game and yeah. I'll cut this one off and then, you know, I'll see you guys on the next one if they do fully give up. Sorry for not talking at the moment, it's just there really isn't much to say because the build is basically working from the start here. Also, it's always good discipline to wait for people to vote and then shoot them, because if they do have life, then their life is wasted, especially on a lockdown. And also they might have balanced landing instead of life. Shoot her there, just at the rock. And yeah, this should be game, pretty much. Yeah, as I said, like the collection of information that you get from this build is extremely useful. Surveillance telling you when a gen is getting worked on, search telling you if someone's working on a gen right next to you because the survivors you scream, and the instant regression you get from search really is useful. So overall, like this bit, oh, Zanshin coming in clutch. Ah, nearly. It's a good idea as well. When you do feel competent with your gun, to take off Sanchin and then replace it with a perk like Brutal, because being able to get rid of those god pallets, the ultra unplayable god pallets, will definitely save you in the long run. But yeah, as first games go, this is actually perfect. I'll probably do another game with this build, probably like 1 or 2 more games, and yeah. Hopefully it keeps going like this well. Unlucky to the survivors, but oh, they did have a troubleshooter, inner focus, alert, and distortion. Very interesting, very interesting. Okay. And I'll see you guys in the next game. Oh, we had two clans people. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next game. Okay, let's go, Mo. This one's going to be a bit challenging for Deathslinger because of the amount of line of sight breakers, but hopefully we can still make this build work. Yeah, the last game on Toba was definitely very interesting because being able to get those resources, especially from a build that is arguably not the best, while also while also getting usage out of nearly all of our perks, is very surprising to me because I never actually get that kind of result from my builds. It's only one or two perks that is basically wasted. Unless it's my main build on Deathslinger. If you guys don't know, the main build that I use is Pain Res, Surge, Brutal, and Agitation, which I think is just an all-around like good perk build. on Slinger because it covers up like nearly all of his weaknesses. Very nice sprint burst by Nia here. Goes for the window. Oh. Does come back though. So it does actually give me the ability to get the M1 here. And, oh damn. Very unlucky. So we have Surge affecting 2 clans here. I didn't hear any screams on either of them, so... the amount of DCs I get as a Deathslinger player. You'd be very surprised. I think the DC rate for Deathslinger, or at least when I play him, is upwards to 70-80%, so... I think he might be in a locker. Actually. So we got a little bit of a sneaky snitch right here. No, we do not. Okay, I'm just gonna kick this and be on my way here, just to reset surveillance in case someone does go into that clan. Unlucky. Also, small fact, if you actually do hit someone with this Steam Clap as Deathslinger, it does give you more clean control. This guy did fall, so we can shoot him on the corner here. Not really getting any usage out of the perks here, we're basically just getting usage out of a gun. Which is to be expected, that's basically the main thing that you want going for you as a, as a Deathslinger. Use your gun and getting most of the usage, and probably not your perks, but it would be more useful if we were getting more usage out of our perks, especially for the video. This gun is still being progressed, so I'm guessing that this person is around like the window? Maybe? Nah, we have someone here. Do a little bit of a cliquey shot going around the rock right there. Just so we can hit them with our gun and just give them deep wound. Hit her around the corner. Try to drag her back as much as possible. We're just going to drag her back like another second or so. Just so we can hit 2 clans with Surge and Surveillance. Someone behind me, maybe? Nah, no one behind me. Do need to keep in mind that Dwight does have a flashlight. So, we need to look out for flashlight blinds and attempts. Oh, nearly. Nearly hit Henato off in the distance there. I thought that was a boon, but no, it was just Nostromo's ambient sounds. That is the Walking Dead perk. You tried to use it there, I think, so. Guessing there was a prerequisite to have like enough speed to at least have a fast vault going. Or the angle to be a fast vault. Still. This guy's going to run into me, I think. Yep. The reason why we step back, by the way, is because the stun hitbox is not that forgiving, so we can actually wait for him to land and then hit him with the basic attack. And it still kind of goes through. Good thing to keep in mind. We're probably going to see them either on that clan or that clan over there. I'm guessing more this clan, though. Yeah. This person's gonna drop this pallet after probably... No, actually not. Okay. Are we going to see a dropped pallet here? Hopefully we do. Yes, we do. That's one of the pallets where the Zanshin wouldn't really come in useful, but... I was thinking more Macmillan rock loops. We are seeing batteries included here. Being able to cut her off. Have more clean control than her as well while we're wheeling. Very nice, very nice. One perk that would help as well One perk that would actually help as well would be probably barbecue as well on top of this build. Feel like that would benefit, yeah, benefit the build greatly. This is probably the bot or Gabriel. It's Gabriel. Try not to wheel too close to the edge of the map because we don't want to clean too bad. Hopefully this guy drops his pallet. If he does get shot because of Sanchin. Nice. Always a good movement to keep in mind as well is to move diagonally with the pallet so you can get that clean wheel. This guy is dead. Sorry, I just don't like the screams. Someone's on this gun. Nearly completed. Probably just running away now. This is a bot. Bots run in very predictable patterns as well. Good thing to keep in mind as well, because bots will always go for windows first and then pallets after. And always loop in a way that guarantees them that they will get the pallet drop. But they don't know how to crouch against range killers, it seems. They used to be able to, but maybe that was removed. Two people death hook. If we see Michaela, then we get a free death here, so this is probably Michaela who's running away right now. Now it is Dwight who hasn't actually healed like at all. I want to see if I can get a cool shot here. Nah, you can actually shoot up there and then be able to wheel them down, by the way. Yet again, I do keep saying this a lot, but that is a good thing to keep in mind. Swear to God, I need to get a t-shirt with that on. Not a lot of talking here, just waiting until I can actually get closer to Dwight. One of the big issues with Nostromo here is the amount of running the killer has to do in a straight line, kind of like Midwich, but less annoying it seems. This guy is going to run away from the loop, I feel. No, he isn't. He does have the Walking Dead perk, so he does get shot here. One thing to keep in mind as well is the spear does still go. I think the spear still goes through people who are doing that animation, so do be a bit wary about that if you do run into that perk. I have a sneaking suspicion that Michaela was still around here. Can't quite get that thought off my mind, but we're gonna leave Dwight to his demons. That is live. No, actually, no, it's a bot. It's a bot, so you can't really tell what exhaustion pack they have. Just aim at the bot. Even if they have line of sight, you won't really be able to. Cool little angle there that we got for Dwight. And we could probably kill all of them here. Nice. She ran back into the spear there. Probably running back for Dwight. Oh, she does not dodge out. She does vault into me though. Unlucky. Yeah, that was actually a pretty good showcase even then of the perks that we do use. Yeah, that was actually like two great games showing off a pretty decent build. Anyway, yeah, so those were actually two really good representations of the build there, I feel. Definitely a good build to run if you're a newer Deathslinger player. And yeah, hopefully going forward we can actually see more people playing Deathslinger, picking up this build and being able to enjoy him. So yeah, we're actually probably just going to do one more game, just showcasing this. Hopefully we can get Autohaven Wreckers or Macmillan Estate, and hopefully I can show you the true power of this build, because my entire idea here was with Macmillan Rock Loops and Autohaven Loops, so we'll throw in one more as a bonus. Normally I only do 2 games, but for today we'll do 3. I'll see you guys in the third and final game. See you there. Say the devil's name and he shall appear, it seems. We actually got Autohaven on the first try. You can't shoot behind lockers again. It seems to be a thing that they keep changing like over and over and over again. It's Deathslinger's ability to shoot behind lockers. And sorry if my voice does sound weird, by the way. I just got done eating. That is quick and quiet. Not coming back to the window though, it doesn't seem. Running through. Oh damn, her movement is shocking, it seems. But that's nice, that's nice. 2 cleanse affected by search. I do need to change over my filter as well, so we are just going to be spending a moment face camping her while I change that over. There we go, much brighter. Probably not going to spend time breaking that pallet because we don't really need to, and we don't have brutal. It'll probably just be a waste of time, and time is what we need to build up pressure here. There we go. We do find Kate. Just aim at her. Wait for her to make a move. Don't really... do we want to go main? Because it did lose its wall. Yeah, this is just a 50-50 here. There we go. Take out. Try to find a hook here. Oh yeah, oh my god, we get basement. That's actually crazy. Throw her down into basement. Is it? I don't know if this is ace-free or not. I really don't know the bard's name. Honestly, I'm just gonna call them the bard from now on, unless someone in the comments actually wants to, correct me on that. Just seems like the smart decision. Oh my god, Neo is actually extremely good at dodging shots here, it seems. I do have a feeling as well that Kate is going to be going back right now. Yes, she is. I can see the scratch marks from a mile away. Nice. Wheel her into the window. Just use the window to kind of push her a bit closer to the basement. Hopefully someone doesn't go down with me. Oh wait, that is Nia actually. Nia's gonna be taking a hit for this one. I'm also gonna guarantee second stage here. There we are. Oh, okay. So it does seem like we are just giving up here, yeah. Unlucky. Like I did say though, we do get second stage on Kate. Picking up here, probably not the best decision, but at the same time, it's a decision that I can make here. Thank you. Bad decision there by Nia. We are going to be breaking this pallet, even though it is slow. Still worth breaking. We see Kate as well, so Kate's dead here. Or not, actually. We're going to be going back to basement here and just shooting whoever comes up. Nah, I don't care about you. Oh, head on, come in clutch. Very nice. Aim, so he makes a dodge, and then we can just hit her. Just so we can get the deep wounds as well. There we go. Another thing to keep in mind with Deathslinger is that you do have deep wound, even on injured survivors, and it can actually waste a lot of time if used well, so using deep wound there, it means that those two people aren't going to go on generators. I'm probably going to heal now, which is probably going to hurt their chances of doing these last few gens. Definitely gonna hurt. Waiting for her to drop the pallet. Also, during the pallet drop animation, there is actually no collision or hitbox for the pallet, so you can shoot through it most of the time. There are situations where sometimes it does gain a collision box, but that's very rare. This is pretty much just like a basement game at the moment, so yeah. Giving Deathslinger a basement here, especially like this, is not one of the best decisions you can be making as a survivor player. Unlucky. Thank you. Very unlucky for the bard there. It's probably going to be balanced something. No, it isn't actually, because they made a sound. Unlucky. Yeah, probably not a good showcase of the build, but definitely probably just like definitely good for just a bonus game that I can just put in. But yeah, hopefully some people who watch this video will actually see, you know, this is a very useful build to learn Deathslinger with. And yeah, hopefully going forward this actually helps people out, and hopefully more people choose to play Deathslinger, because he is definitely a very fun killer to play, so definitely recommend trying this build out and trying out Deathslinger as well. And yeah, if anyone has any other recommendations for any kind of perks, any kind of perk builds, just put them down into the comments, and yeah, hopefully I'll be able to try them out, and maybe I'll shout you out as well. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys have a great night, great day, great evening, great afternoon, whenever you're watching this. And I'll see you losers in the next one. See ya.